Hey guys, I'm here with my Empties video for the month of March. I don't really have that much for the month of March. I only have 6 candles. And then just a few, decent amount of wax melts, but I didn't go through as much candles. I think it's because I'm burning these Harry Slack and Homer's candles quite a bit, and they last a little bit longer, so it takes me a little longer to go through them. So I think maybe that's why I'm not burning as much, and that's pretty much what I have. I have 4 Homer's candles, and I only have 2 other candles besides that. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll start off with the Harry Slack and Homer's candles. First one we have is Sweet Spring Melon. I did a review on this one. This one was good. It is basically just like it is cucumber melon scent, the honeydew melon, the cucumber in there. You get that, but it is slightly different than your typical honeydew melon because it has just a little bit of strawberry, and a little bit of watermelon mixed in there with that honeydew and that cucumber. And you do get like a little bit of cantaloupe too. Cantaloupe, cucumber, honeydew melon, and then just a little strawberry and watermelon mixed in with it too. It was nice. It wasn't super strong, but it was about a medium throw on this one. Definitely not a high thrower, but it was about a medium throw on this one. But it did good. Burn was perfect. Almost all of my Homer's candles, the burn is perfect on. Then we also have from that same duo, we have Orchard Apples. I also did a review on that one. This one was really, really good. This one is just such a good apple scent. If you love apple scents, you really should get this one because it's really good. It's basically just the apples with like you get the leaves on the apples, the green note from the leaves on the apples, then you also get like the bark of like an applewood bark, and then like a bark of the tree. It's almost like you are in an apple orchard. You're smelling the bark of the tree, green grass, you're smelling the leaves on the apples themselves. It's just really, really good. It smells just like apple orchard. It's really nice, and it was a really strong thrower on this one. I loved this one. Really good. Next we have Wild Honeysuckle. This one was nice. It was it's a little different than the honeysuckles that I'm kind of used to. Like my honeysuckle from Bath and Body Works, it's not quite like that. That's real florally to me. This one definitely had a sweetness to it. It had a little bit of like a melon sweetness mixed in with that honeysuckle nectar. It's a little more sweeter, but you definitely do get that honeysuckle. It just comes off like a sweeter, little sweeter fruitiness, more than actual like super florally like. So if you don't really like florals, you might like this because this is one of those ones that's a little fruity than more strictly floral. And this one was not the strongest though. It was kind of off and on though actually. Sometimes it was so light that I almost, even in the bedroom, I kind of was like, I wasn't really smelling it. A couple times I'm like, I'm not really smelling this candle that much. Then other times I could totally smell it. It kind of went off and on, which usually his candles don't do that much. They pretty much are they're pretty consistent through the most part, but this one was kind of like fairly light, and then it got stronger though, and got a little bit lighter again, so it was a little off and on with this one. It wasn't my favorite of the floral scents I've had of his, but it was nice. And the other scent in that duo is Wild Meadowgrass. And this is the reason why I got this duo, because I really wanted the Wild Meadowgrass because I love grass scents. And this one is a really good scent. You definitely get the grass, the green grass, the wild meadowgrass, and it has clover in it too. And it's got like a dewiness. It's like the dewy wetness of the grass and everything like that. Really nice, but it wasn't really strong. I was a little disappointed with this one because it was pretty light. There were times, kind of like the Wild Honeysuckle, there were times when I'm like, I'm not really smelling much. Even in the bedroom as well, I'm like, I wasn't really smelling it. But then I could smell it too. After a while, it was a little off and on with this one as well. I'm not sure why this duo was a little off and on, and at times it was really, really light, almost non-detectable, but then other times I could totally smell it and it was nice. This was definitely lighter than the honeysuckle. When the honeysuckle did start throwing good, it would kind of get almost a medium high when I was smelling it. This one, when it did kick in, it was more just like a light medium. If that, I really wish this one would have been a little stronger because I really loved the scent. I just didn't smell it consistently through this candle. If this would have been stronger through the whole candle, I probably would have loved it. But I would say this duo of the Wild Honeysuckle and the Wild Meadowgrass is probably the lightest duo that I've had so far this spring. But I did love the scent of that Wild Meadowgrass. Next we have Cashmere from Henry Bendel. This was from Victoria's Secret. And this one was, I have it still in the box. I put it in the box so I remember the name of it because it doesn't have the name anywhere on it. Or does it have it on the bottom? Oh, it has it on the bottom. But I kept the box anyway. It's just a nice cashmere, slightly, it's like cedarwood. It's kind of like a cashmere cedarwood, perfumey kind of scent. It was really good. It smelled really good, and it was pretty strong. But the burn was kind of iffy because it has a 1 wick, and I don't normally like 1 wicks candle. This one was no exception for the 1 wick candles. It didn't want to pull out all the way around the sides very well. It left some wax on the side there. It took a while for it to pull out, but it threw good though. Even when it wasn't completely pulled out and wasn't burning all the way down the sides, it still was pretty good. I had it in the bathroom and it did pretty good. Just the burn wasn't the best in the world. I just don't care for 1 wick candles because they don't burn that great around the sides. Next we have Aromatherapy Comfort Vanilla and Patchouli from Bath & Body Works. This one definitely was patchouli mixed with a little bit of vanilla, but more patchouli. The patchouli almost comes off as sandalwood. It's almost like sandalwood, patchouli sandalwood, more than like vanilla patchouli. Vanilla and patchouli is almost kind of like sandalwood and patchouli. That's patchouli almost comes off like a sandalwood to me. It was nice, but it got to be a little bit too much. And that's really strange for me to say because I love strong scents and I love cedarwood and patchouli scents. But this one, for some reason, if it would have had a little bit more vanilla, maybe it would have calmed it down a little bit more. Even though I do really like those strong vanilla or patchouli and cedarwood scents. This one, for some reason, it was just almost like kind of so strong it kind of made you kind of choke a little bit. If you know what I'm talking about, like you're kind of choking and gagging a little bit because it's so much with that sandalwood patchouli type of note. Yeah, I was ready for this to be done kind of because it just got to be a little bit too much for me. And that's saying a lot because I like my scent strong and I love strong patchouli and sandalwood scents, but that one for some reason just got to be a little bit too much for me. Next we have, let's see, we'll do the wax melts here. I have some from our subscriber Kelby. He makes his own wax melts and he sends us some. He sent us quite a bit. We have lavender here. This was nice, just really nice. If I can open it. Just a really nice, good lavender scent, pure lavender. I had this going when I was at work. I started melting it before I went to work when I was getting ready, and I could smell it, it was nice, but then when I came home from work about 9 hours later, it pretty much was gone. So I hate it when it happens because then I didn't get to enjoy it. But like Brad was home with the boys, so you know, I kind of like the house to smell good for them. And I have so many wax melts, if I only melted them when I was off, I would never get through them. So at least I got to enjoy it for a few hours before I left, you know, for an hour or so before I left for work actually. But when I got home, it pretty much died out, but it was a nice, good lavender scent. I think he has another one. I'll have to try to melt the other one when I'm off. We have Blueberry Cotton Candy. This one was nice too. It's definitely like a cotton candy with like blueberry. A really good scent. This one was a little bit lighter though. I had it melting and even when it was fully pulled out, it was a little bit on the lighter side on that one. I kind of thought that would be stronger than what it was, but it was a little bit lighter. Then we have Pink Sugar. He has some wax melts in this bag here. This one was really nice. Just your pink sugar, very sweet pink sugar type of smell. Slightly perfumey kind of, but this one was strong. This one was really good. I enjoyed this one as well. Next we'll go over I have some Better Homes and Gardens sensationals, but first I have this Fusion here. This was sent to us from Brian. I think it's Brian. Fusion Blackberry Merlot. This one was good. It's definitely blackberry, but kind of comes off not more like alcohol, like wine Merlot. It's more like kind of like almost like a dessert kind of sweet blue blackberry scent. It was good though. It threw really well. Next, we'll go over the Walmart wax. We have Sensationals, Honeysuckle Pineapple. This one was good. Just honeysuckle or pineapple with just a little bit of honeysuckle mixed in with it. It was nice and it threw pretty well. We have Sensationals Rainbow Shaved Ice, Berry Punch. This one was good too. Just it smells like rainbow shaved ice. It smells like the syrup that's on there. That real fruity berry syrup that they put on there. Really good. It was pretty good. It wasn't, it didn't last. It was pretty strong, but it didn't last a whole long. It lasted like maybe 8 hours or so. Next we have Jamaican Rum Gelato from Better Homes and Gardens. This one, I was iffy about this on cold sniff, but when I melted this one, I loved it. It was really good. You definitely get that rum in there, but then it has like a maple butterscotch, slightly creaminess to it. It was really nice. I loved it. When I was melting this, I kept smelling it in here. I'm like, it smells so good. I really loved that one. That surprised me. I like that so much. Next we have Sensationals Coral Shores. This one was nice. It's very similar to Pink Sands from Yankee Candle. Kind of a fresh, very fresh, slightly watery, perfumey kind of scent. Very oceany, tropical, somewhat kind of scent. It was good and it threw really well. Next we have Sensationals Coconut Vacay. I loved this one. This one was really good coconut. This was like a coconut drink, just like it shows on the front here. It smelled like a coconut kind of drink. Maybe a little pina colada-ish, but not exactly like pina colada, but isn't kind of similar to that. Really good, and it threw really well. Next we have Better Homes and Gardens Aromatherapy Rosemary and Spearmint. This one was good too. It was definitely stronger on the spearmint. It was spearmint with just a little hint of rosemary in there, but mostly stronger on that spearmint. Really good, threw really well, and it lasted for quite a while. I actually had some of that in my centerpiece, and it lasted for quite a while. Next we have Raspberry Margarita from Sensationals. This was good. Raspberry with that's like a salty raspberry. Slight bit of booziness in there, like a margarita. It was good too. Brad loved this one. My husband Brad loved that one, and I liked it too. It was good. I had pretty good luck with my Walmart wax melts. Next we have Pineapple Melon Freeze from Better Homes and Gardens. This one was pretty good. Just definitely a fruity, you get pineapple and you get melon and fruity scents in there. Very sharp fruitiness in there. It was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite out of those, but it did okay. And then we have one wax melt from JD Sensations. This was Strawberry Margarita, and can't really smell that in there, but it was just like a nice fruity strawberry type of scent. It was nice. Now we have some wallflowers I'll go over real quick. We have incense here. I had this one in the hallway bathroom. I could smell it a little bit, but it was pretty light. And then I smelled it for a while, but then it kind of died out halfway point. It's one of the halfway points, one of the ones that dies out the halfway point. It could have been stronger. Then I have Sage and Mint Recharge from the Aromatherapy. I have this in our master bathroom. Didn't really get much out of this. It's almost done now, but I could smell a little bit, but not very much. Then we have Marshmallow Fireside. We have this one going in our son Marco's room. It was light at first, and I was surprised because Marshmallow Fireside is pretty strong, but then it kicked in later. One day I went in by his room, and I'm like, I can really smell that. It was really strong. And then it kind of died down again. It's like it was light, but got stronger, and then got light again. It's almost finished now, but it's a little bit light at this point. But it kicked in the midpoint of that one. Then lastly, we have some hand soaps. I'll go over those real quick. We have Cognac and Cream. This one I did not like. I did not like this one. This one had a note to it. I don't know if it's that cognac in there that I didn't like with that cream. Brad liked it, so I let him use this on his side of the sink, but I did not like this one. I just didn't like it. It had a weird note that I just did not care for. I didn't care for that one. Next we have lime and turmeric. This one was good though. It has definitely lime with a little bit of that turmeric spice in there. A little, that herbal turmeric spice mixed in with it. It was nice. They had that in the kitchen. And then next we have white tea and sage. This one was really good too. Definitely just tea and lemon and then that herbally sage note with it. I really enjoyed that one. I had that in my bathroom. Next we have black cherry merlot. It's a classic one. Love that one. Just your black cherry, deep black cherry fruity scent. Really strong too. So I love that one. Lastly we have First Bloom. This one was nice. Just a florally, slightly, kind of florally, a little fruity to me in there. It's like a sweet, it's like a sweet floral to me. But it was nice, pretty good. So that's it for my empties video for the month of March. Not too big on the month of March, so hopefully this video wasn't as long as most of my empties videos because I didn't have quite as much. So thanks for watching and I will see you all in our next video. Bye.